Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Claim Game again. I'm here today in the studio with Valentin Zhekov, who's from a company called Trackpro, specialises in IT. And we're going to be talking about cybercrime today, how it affects a business, how it affects our lives, and what we can do about it to protect ourselves. So, welcome, Val, to this afternoon's Claim Game. How are you?
Hi, Graham. Thanks for having me here. All good, thanks.
Very good. So, Val, what is cybercrime? What is a cyber attack? Are we waiting for somebody to hit us, or is it some sort of subversive electronic process?
No, cyber attacks are a digital form of attacks, whether it's viruses or phishing attacks, trying to trick somebody into it. Cyber attacks are on the rise, especially they seem to be targeting a lot of small and even large businesses.
So it's not just corporate companies that are targeted, it's the man in the streets business, the smaller end of the market as well as the higher end of the market.
Pretty much, yeah. Even utility companies, small businesses, everyone's at risk at the moment.
Right, and is it possible that in your own environment, with your own domestic PC, for example, you can suffer a cyber attack? What would they be looking for?
Yeah, so one of the biggest forms of attack is social engineering. Social engineering is when somebody is tricked into disclosing sensitive information.
Okay.
Usually that happens when you get sent an email from what it appears to be somebody you might know, whether it's friends, family, or a colleague from work, where they might send you a link and say, can you please help me by filling out this form?
Okay.
You might think this form is actually, from the person you know, but turns out it's an attacker, hacker, or somebody malicious.
Okay.
Attempting
so
to
completely subversive, yeah.
Yeah, they try to fool you into it.
So what is ChatGPT and AI? We're all hearing everywhere, but what is the preformer of that ChatGPT? I mean, what is that?
It's pretty much the most talked about AI nowadays in the modern world. I believe it stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. It's a form of AI that is used for providing answers to questions based on different prompts.
Right, because more recently I heard that students in universities are using it to create their theses and stuff like this.
Yeah, so essentially the way this company called OpenAI, the ones that developed ChatGPT, they have scraped and crawled and collected all sorts of information from all over the world. There's about 220 billion parameters out there, whether it's library books, internet resources, Wikipedia. They've all collected that information and they've managed to teach the AI to provide a response based on the question. And one of those questions might be a mathematical question, or it could be, explain this for me. What students are using is they're taking that prompt, their answer, and then using it as using it in their essay.
Okay. So it's not anything to do with cyber attacking or anything like that.
No, but what's happening at the moment is malicious people are asking ChatGPT to provide it resources and ways and tools to actually go about forming these sort of cyber attacks. It's a bit of a cat and mouse game because the amount of resources that are on the internet are tremendous, and it's really difficult for the company OpenAI to filter and really protect that information from disclosing too much sensitive things.
Okay. Yeah, you said earlier that businesses are the prime targets of malicious attacks or cyber attacks. So what can we do to protect ourselves from those attacks?
There is online resources by the government called the Cyber Essentials Kit. They are...
What's that called?
Cyber Essentials.
Cyber Essentials Kit.
Yeah. They are online guidelines to help businesses understand the need for cyber protection. They would help you explain the different ways information is stored, the data stored online and through computers, and then how to protect that data.
Okay, to put safety measures in force or ring fence around your data.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. And in your opinion, Val, and in your experience, what's the importance of being insured for these kind of events? What are the benefits in that?
Yeah, so having insurance is really important. Having the insurance to protect yourself, but not just the data, but also your customers and your business. Having the right cover is important because it protects you from any attacks. But those insurance policies have some stipulation and requirements.
Right.
Right. You must have some basic level at a minimum of protection, so you are covered for this insurance. For example, insurance companies would require you to have antiviruses on every single one of your machines.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Of course. But also, they might ask that you have mandatory training with your staff members and educate them and explain to them the different forms of attack. There are also protection of passwords, how passwords and sensitive information is transferred and stored. Two-factor authentication, so that is a way of having a second layer of protection when you log into a website.
Like an additional password or an additional key process.
Yeah, imagine when you go to log in and then you get an SMS from, and it'll say, "Oh, put these 6-digit pins to confirm your login."
Yeah.
So even if
how do you know the 6-digit pin is coming from the right source?
Well, that goes back to social engineering, because somebody can actually spoof that as well. But at the end of the day, that pin is only valid for a short amount of time.
But it's a key to a door.
Yes.
So if that's spoofed and you enter it, you're unlocking your data to a third party?
No, that won't happen, because the key won't match what's actually trying to be accepted.
I'm with you. Okay, it's a bit like your banking app. Okay,
yeah.
I'm with you. Okay, so what's the bottom line here is having insurance doesn't stop you getting attacked, but it has financial protection for the damages that cyber attack cause.
Yes.
Providing you are within the rules of your policy. Is that what you're saying?
That's it, yeah.
Okay. And there are standard protocols for protection that are accepted across the world or across the platform of insurance. Is that what you think?
There are worldwide standards, but most of the time, most businesses should be covered on what the guidelines are set by their own countries,
right? Okay.
Such as the Cyber Essentials.
So it's not standardised then.
No, but there are.
So what happens? Sorry, that seems to me that'll be vulnerability. So what happens to a business that has trading across the European continent, for example? Right? There are different laws locally. There's a European law for the blanket approach, but there are different regulatory laws about financing and security of data in individual countries.
This is where.
So why isn't there a standard protocol, a minimum standard protocol of protection?
This is where companies that come and audit, right? Also, the FCA, right? You've got companies like the FCA which require you to abide by some rules, okay? And those companies would require you to be compliant. Those compliances can be and must be validated by third-party companies.
Okay. So Val, what kinds or types of businesses are being attacked, and what is it they're looking for?
I mean, pretty much everyone's vulnerable at the moment. Every business can be attacked, especially now that everyone's got social media accounts, there's online presence, and you just become an easy target.
Are the businesses relying on people interaction, or is there technology there to assist them, or robotically assist them, if that's the right phrase?
Businesses are relying on tech more and more, whether it's for communication, for finance, for their daily operations, and having these systems all online, they're just exposed, and it's just a ticking time bomb. I mean, that's the point with AI. It's meant to make our lives easier.
Yeah.
It's meant to take away all the menial work that we do day to day. That is genuinely a waste of time, which we can use our time for much greater things.
Have you got any AI operatives or AI platforms within your within the Trackpro business?
We do, yeah. We've got lots of massive databases that would have to be manually processed and filtered down.
Right. Okay.
Now, I can hire somebody to do that full time, or I can ask the AI to do it for me. The problem is that what's happened is once we give that information to the AI, it uses that information to learn more about
the information it's learning about.
Exactly, yeah. Correct. The problem was there was a leak of information one time because a big company was using exactly the same thing to process that data. The problem is that AI was in the public domain. OpenAI had ChatGPT in the public domain, so it continues to learn. Well, that company was disclosing sensitive program languages and code to help itself out. But that code became part of the AI. So other people would ask it, to give me information about this company, and part of that information was that leak of code. Big problem.
Right. So you need AI to look after AI.
Yeah, we've gone into that
Or a
one.
man. A switch. Yeah.
We're in a kill switch. That's what we need.
Okay. All right. Well, Val, thanks very much, mate.
My pleasure.
So, how can Oakleafe help you if you've been a victim of a cybercrime or an event which is a data breach? Well, Oakleafe can prepare and present your claim against your insurer to make sure that your business is reinstated financially, but also the future of your business is protected, as well as your clients and the data regeneration and so on. It could be that you're entitled to replace all your equipment because it's overly affected and so on. And Oakleafe can help you with that and advise you with the claim on that basis. So from the claim game, that's the end of our day today with Val. Been very informative.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been great, mate. I learned something today, I have to say, and I'm usually known for knowing most things. So you taught me something, which I appreciate. So thanks very much, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.